Good afternoon, dear students. Welcome to your online geography class. Yesterday I taught you about the agriculture, introduction, importance of agriculture. Importance of the agriculture, source of livelihood, contribution to national income, supply to food as well as food, significance of agriculture, international trade, source of raw material, and significance of in transport, foreign exchange resources, great employment opportunities, and food security. But also incoming, economic development. Today we start the factor affecting agriculture. I hope you all of you understand what is the agriculture, what is the meaning of agriculture, and why is agriculture is important for us. What is the importance of the agriculture? Okay, agriculture is also important for livelihood, for a source of livelihood, for economic structures, and then source of raw material, and transport, great employment opportunities, and food resources. Food resources is a store of food, a storehouse of food. So today start the factor affecting agriculture. Factors affecting agriculture. There is now 4 points in factor affecting agriculture. Okay. First, climate. Second, soil. Third, topology, and fourth, growing season. Okay. First point is the climate. How do affected our agriculture? Climate, geographical factors involve heat, sunshine. You know, for a cropping grows to crop is used to sunshine, heat, rainfall, moisturizer, and soil requirement. Okay, so if you want to particular growing crop, so that this point is very much important for the particular crop. So beside this, a different crop requires different land growing season. Okay, if you want to grow the wheat, rice, so if you want to grow the rice, that is the fix the timing, fix the season when the growing rice, when the growing the wheat, bajra, jowar. Okay, pulses, jute season. Okay. So first point is the climate. How to climate affected our agriculture? Temperature and rainfall are the main factor required to grow a particular crop. Okay, so if you want to grow particular crop, so must important for a temperature and rainfall. Okay, in particular points, particular crops. So moreover, different crops require a different temperature and rainfall during the growing period. For example, if you want to grow wheat, okay, which season growing the wheat? Wheat is growing and Rabi season like March to April. Okay, so particular which degree is important for the growing the wheat? 10 degrees Celsius for 10 degrees to 15 degrees Celsius temperature. Okay, 10 degree to 50 degree Celsius temperature. Require the temperature according to growing crops. Okay, and how many rainfalls while the wheat? 50 to 100 centimeter. 50 to 100 centimeter. 50 to 100 centimeter rainfall. So you know now, in temperature and rainfall is the most important for the growing wheat, rice, and any crops. Okay. So most important for 10 to 15 degrees Celsius temperature and 50 to 100 centimeter rainfall is the most important thing. And if we want to grow to while rice required to 16 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees temperature and 150 centimeter to 200 centimeter rainfall. Okay. 16 degree to 32 degree Celsius temperature. 32 degree Celsius temperature. Okay. And rainfall is requiring to 150 centimeter to 100 centimeter. 150 cm to 200 cm. Okay. Clear? Now, next is soil. The soil required is to differ from crop to crop. Okay, like example that you take a crop in wheat. Okay, wheat is the mostly grown in the alluvial soil, and whereas the cotton is to water relative black soil. Okay, topography. All the crops are not grown on a similar terrain. Example that beans are most suitable for a wheat and sugarcane, whereas the tea or coffee is the best grown in a well-drained to well-drained hill slopes. Okay, growing season. What is the growing season? Different crops require a different length of growing season. Okay, different season. If you want to grow rice and you want to start the prepare to ground October to November season. So what it is growing? No. Okay. So all the crops, all the parts is a different season for growing. Okay. For example, cotton is a 200 days. Therefore, it cannot be grown in British climates, whereas oats can be grown in the northern parts of UK because they have a very short growing season. The factors such as transport market, capital labor, and government policy also influences agriculture. The main cropping season in India are as follows: Kharif season, Rabi season, and Jahr season. Okay. Yesterday I taught you na three main seasons for cropping of India. First season is Kharif season. Kharif season. Second, Rabi season. Third, Jaya season. Okay. Kharif season, ground is prepared in April to May. Okay. Ground is prepared to April to May. And then harvesting is done in the month of October to November. Okay. So harvesting is done to the month of October to November. Okay. That is ground prepare time. And harvesting time. October to November. Okay. October to November. Okay. And then what is the major season of the rice crops in this season? Rice, maize, jowar, bajra, cotton season, groundnut, and pulse and juice. Okay. Second is the Rabi season. Ground is prepared in end of October and beginning of November. Okay. When the ground is prepared for a Rabi season, GP means a ground prepare. Okay. End of October and beginning of November. End of October and beginning of November. Okay. And then harvesting take place in March to April. Harvesting time March to April. March to April. Then major crops of this season: wheat, barley, jowar, gram, oilseeds, and tobacco. Okay, clear? Now, third one name is Raya season. It is the summer cropping season in which crop like maize, groundnut, vegetable, and fruits are grown along with pulses. Okay. So, in this summer cropping season is a which crop like maize, groundnuts, vegetables, fruits, and grown along with the pulses. Then on the page number 62, type of farming. Okay. So many types of agriculture types of farming. Okay. Types of farming. Farming is a practice in various ways across the world depending upon the geographical condition of the area, climate and soil, demand for the product market, availability of labor, level of technology. Based off this factor, farming can be broadly classified of three categories: subsistence farming, commercial farming, and organic farming. Okay. So here the see the table 4.2 types of agricultural practice. Okay, types of agricultural practices. Okay, first subsistence farming, second commercial farming, and third organic farming. Okay, so in two parts of subsistence farming, primitive farming, and shifting cultivation. Okay, now, second is commercial farming is including 4 points: extensive farming, intensive farming, plantation farming, mixed farming. Okay. So, let us first start the subsistence farming. Okay. First point is the subsistence farming. Subsistence farming. The aim of subsistence farming is to cultivation crops for consumption by the farmer and his family. The farmer has a small piece of land on which he and his family work. Any surplus crops could be exchanged for goods or stored for future use in the times of poor harvest. Okay. So subsistence farming is characterized by the use of simple techniques, family labor, and a poor standard of living. Subsistence farming is a two types of primitive farming and shifting farming. It is a two types of first primitive farming and shifting farming. Okay, primitive and second shifting farming. Primitive farming. What is the primitive farming? Dear students, give the attendance link on your chat box. You can give your attendance. Okay. Primitive farming. This type of farming is found in some parts of equatorial and tropical forest. Okay. Primitive farming is used for equatorial and tropical forest where the people use simple tools of implements and produce food for their own immediate need. Okay. Shifting cultivation. What is the shifting cultivation? Slash and born on a zameen. Okay. Slash and born on a zameen. The history of shifting cultivation is as old as the history of agriculture. The history of a shifting cultivation is as old as the history of agriculture. Shifting cultivation is a primitive form of soil utilization. It is practiced usually in the tropical rainforest. Okay, so your substance farming is divided two parts: primitive farming and the shifting cultivation slash primitive. This step of the board is not showing clearly. The pass. Okay. This type of farming found in some parts of the equatorial tropical forest, and shifting farming is the history of shifting cultivation is as old as history of agriculture. Okay. Now cultivation farming, sorry, primitive farming is where the people use a simple tool and implements for produce food. It is a use for like a villages area, and shifting cultivation is a primitive forest soil utilized. It is a practice usually the tropical rainforest. Okay. In shifting cultivation, a patch of ground is cleared very often with with fire. Hence, this type of cultivation is sometimes called slash and burn. Okay, you know a shifting cultivation is called to slash and burn. Okay, slash and burn. Clear? And the ground is cultivated for a few years until the soil is exhausted. The cultivation keep on shifting from one part to another where they clear new patches of ground. Following are the main characteristic of the shifting cultivation. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees, burning them. Sorry, dam. The ashes are that they mixed with the soil and the crops like a mash, yam, potatoes and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is bonded. The cultivator moves the new plot. Okay, and shifting cultivation usually starts with cutting trees and fire which clears a spot for crop production. In this case, shifting cultivation is a cycle where farmers come back to the original place after a couple of years. It is a practice in the thickly forested areas, Amazon basin. Amazon basin is the name of the place, and tropical Africa, parts of southern Asia and northern India. These regions receive a heavy rainfall and the help of the quick regenerations of vegetation. Okay. And the commercial farming, this type of farming is the farmer products the crops of for sale usually to world market. World market means selling the product of one country to another country. It is used for a whole world, whole world. Okay, whole world means any country like India, UK, USA, and America, Australia, America, sorry, Nepal, China, Bhutan, okay, any country. And commercial may be extensive or intensive, okay. So today I taught you factors affecting agriculture. I hope to all of you understand the factors affecting agriculture and types of farming, okay. First one, factor affecting cultivation. Again, I repeated: climate, soil, topography, growing season. It means how to affected factor affection for growing to agriculture. Okay, so much is the important is the particular climate, particular soil, particular topography, and particular growing season. Okay, if I don't know which climate for which climate is good for the crop, growing crop, which soil is good for the growing crop, which topography is how to use the topography, how is to growing, and what is the season of growing season. So we are not good do good agriculture. Okay, so first most of the most affection of the agriculture, firstly we knows the what is the climate, what is the temperature of the good temperature for growing the rice, wheat, jowar, bajra, okay, ziyaz, and which soil is a good for the growing sorry, harvest, growing the crops, and topography also is the all the crops are grown on the similar trainers, because some crop is growing on a plains area and some crops in growing on a mountain area. Okay, hill mountain area. Growing season is a most important. Which season we grows the rice, jowar, okay, wheat, like that. And types of farming, three types of farming: subsistence farming, commercial farming, and organic farming. In subsistence farming is a primitive farming, farming, and shifting cultivation. Primitive farming is a type of the farming found in some parts of equatorial and tropical forests, where people use simple tools and implements and produce food for their own immediate needs. Okay, and shifting cultivation slash or burn. Okay, it means the shifting cultivation is as old as the history of our agriculture. It is the old is this type of cultivation is used for old history. Okay, old history is a purane time, old times. Okay, shifting cultivation is a primitive form of soil utilization. It is a practice usually in the tropical rainforest. Okay, clear? In shifting cultivation, a patch of I hope you all of you understand the shifting cultivation. Again, I repeated a shifting cultivation. Okay, shifting cultivation means a patch of ground is sorry, a patch of ground is cleared very often with fire. Okay, when the we are harvesting the crop, after that we are burn to the sorry, clear to ground. Okay, with often with fire. Okay, hence this type of cultivation is sometimes called the slash on slash and burn. Okay, and after that the ground is cultivated for a few years until the soil is unexhausted. Okay, the cultivators keep on shifting from one part to another where they clear new patches of ground. Clear? Following are the main characteristic of shifting cultivation. A plot of land is cleared by felling the trees and burning them. The ashes is then mixed with the soil, and crops like maize, yam, potatoes, and cassava are grown. After the soil loses its fertility, the land is abandoned and cultivators move to a new plot. Okay, shifting cultivation is also known as a slash and burn ugly kids culture. It means a shifting culture. I'm also told the shifting cultivation is known as a slash and burn. Okay, not farming cultivation. Okay, it's my by mistake right of farming, shifting cultivation. In this case, shifting cultivation is a cycle where a farmers come back to the original place after a couple of years. Okay, it is a practice in the thickly forested areas of Amazon basin, tropical Africa, parts of southern Asia, and northern East India. Okay, in India, in the north side, is used to shifting cultivation. Clear? This region receive a heavy rainfall and things have to the quick regeneration of vegetation. Now, second is the I hope all of you understand the shifting substance farming. Now, second is the commercial farming. Okay, second is the commercial farming. In commercial farming, the type of farming is farmer produce crop for sales usually to world market. Commercial farming may be extensive or intensive. Okay, it is a two type of commercial farming. Sorry, four type of extensive farming, intensive farming, plantation farming, and mixed farming. Okay, clear? Extensive commercial farming it implies employment of greater area of land in proportion capital and labor. Land may be left follows for a year and two to enable to reason in fertility. The method may be a somewhat wasteful and the is for per hectare. May the less usually there is the practice of the labor battle. Sorry. But land we is a planetary. The capacity of a labor is overcome by the use of various type of machines. The commercial grain farming in the United States, Canada, Argentina, and Australia are example of extensive commercial farming. Okay. Following are the main characteristic of the extensive agriculture. It is a highly mechanized. The size of holding the large zagging of from 240 to 16,000 hectares. Okay, hectare is the area, size of area. Okay, it employs little labor and the per hectare yield is low. It is a practice is the especially populated areas. Monocultures of wheat is the dominated cropping pattern. Among other crops, barley, oats, rye, flax, and oilseeds and are important. Okay, clear? Now, intensive commercial farming. Intensive commercial farming is a practice where the farmland is a high value. Population places reduce the size of an individual holding, as the case in the delta region of the great rivers of Asia. In other places such as the irrigated areas in Egypt and the California. Okay. Or reclaimed areas in Denmark and Netherlands. Land is available for cultivations only with great expense and energy. So much are capital labor or skill for or all three. Applied for a small area. This type of farming has therefore developed mainly in the densely populated countries with limited arable land. Example that it is a practice in the lands around of a Mediterranean region. Okay, for example, see the figure 4.6 intensive farming. It is a main characteristic of intensive substance agriculture such small size of holding, scattered field, use of broad animals, use of domestic labor, dominance of canal crops. Okay. So today I taught you only till the intensive commercial farming. Tomorrow, in next class, I will start the plantation farming and mixed farming. Okay, I will in our next class I will taught you plantation farming and mixed farming. Okay, so I give you